Surprise, this isn't stress. This is Greg Swanson with the Warrior Mind Podcast. And we're going to be talking about, we've been dabbling in burnout and feeling less successful and some of the other obstacles that are facing men these days. And today we're going to be talking about why men keep calling it stress. The burnout you won't admit to have. Most men don't say they're burnt out, heavens forbid, right? They say they're stressed, busy, dealing with a lot right now. The language sounds responsible, controlled, even reasonable. Stress feels temporary, something you push through until things settle down. But this isn't stress, what you're feeling and what you're talking about and what you're experiencing. Most men think they're just stressed. They think, right, let me just frame this as stressed. This is it, it's just temporary. It's, I just got to work things out. I just got to figure it out, right? But busy, tired, dealing with a lot. But something deeper is really happening. And this is the part of it which most guys don't want to admit. And that's the lie that keeps you stuck, is they just keep repeating, I'm just stressed. Right? Stress sounds temporary again. It sounds manageable. Stress protects your identity, like as a man. Oh, I can't be anything. I can't be weak. I have to be strong. So stressed is acceptable. So I'm just going to say that I'm stressed. But burnout challenges it. When we admit that it's actually burnout, then the work can begin. Then the healing and the recovery can begin. Right? The shift you're avoiding. When stress becomes something else, right? Things don't settle, they stack, right? Well, let me just have to let things settle down. There's no settling. Things stack on top of each other, right? Work, family, finances, health, fitness, parents, whatever it may be, they don't settle down. They stack on top of each other. And pressure becomes constant. It's a constant pressure, day in and day out, because things don't settle. Things aren't passing. Things aren't just temporary, because they're stacking and they're going to become consistent. And you carry this everywhere, whether you're going to the gym, whether you're going to work. And most likely, if you're at this point, you're probably avoiding working out. You're avoiding doing any healthy things. You say you're going to go, but you go, and then you check your phone, sit on a piece of equipment for 10, 20 minutes and you haven't done a single one. And all you do is look at your phone because you're so burned out, but you call it stress, right? So here's symptom one. When you have this burnout, right, is irritability, the short fuse. You're more on edge, right? Somebody could cut you off and you're just going to blow up. Or somebody takes your parking spot and you blow up. Your significant other looks at you funny and you blow up. You're just on edge. You just are a time bomb waiting to go off. Small things trigger you. Your kids ask you a question and you get upset. Your boss comes to you and you get irritated and slam around. Things just happen. These small little things, it's like that's the last straw that broke the camel's back, is this short fuse that you have. This is symptom number one, right? And then anger shows up faster than anything else. You're sitting there, you think you're calm, you're quiet, your significant other says something, and then you go into a full-blown rage from 0 to 100 instantly. And this is symptom number one. Symptom number two, numbness. You're just going through the motions. You don't feel much anymore. You go to work, you're not excited about it. You come home, you're not excited about it. You go to the gym, maybe you're not excited about it. Nothing feels more fun anymore. The Pink Floyd song, Comfortably Numb. That's where you are right now. You just don't feel anything. So with the first symptom, it's overstimulation of anger. The second symptom is actually no feelings whatsoever. The highs are flat. Well, they aren't even highs because they're flat. They're just flat. And the lows are flat and just flat. You're present, but you're not really there. You're physically there, but emotionally and mentally, you're in la-la land. You are someplace else. And this numbness is just, it's all encapsulated. Nothing gets you excited anymore. Whether it's a show, whether it's a book, whether it's a podcast, whether it's going for a walk, whether it's going for the gym, whether it's going here, spending time with your kids, but nothing feels good anymore because you're just so numb. And I would say probably uncomfortably numb. So let's look at number 3, withdrawal. You pull back from people. Conversations feel like an effort. You get to the office and it used to be conversational. You used to have great talks there with your co-workers about things. And now you see them middling around or bubbling around, and you walk around. You avoid the conversations. You avoid the people. You go to perhaps church, and it's a time to say hello. You dart out the back door, whatever that may be. You're at the gym, and you usually have a bunch of friends who are there. Avoid them. Conversations feel like an effort, so you'd rather not talk at all than put forth the effort. You avoid depth. Hey, how's the weather? How's this? How's your grass growing? Anything to avoid opening up and showing your depth. You just avoid it. It's all so superficial. And then isolation increases quietly. So you come home, you isolate yourself. You don't talk to your family. You don't talk to your friends. You don't talk to any of your close friends. You just don't talk anymore. So you completely pull back from people. You have no engagement whatsoever. This is withdrawal. This is symptom number 3. Hopefully you're not experiencing all of these symptoms, but either one of these we've gone through so far is a really strong indication that you're facing burnout, not stress. And here's number 4, your fatigue. Exhaustion that just doesn't go away. You sleep 6, 7 hours, 8 hours, 9 hours, 10 hours, and you wake up exhausted no matter what. Sleep just doesn't fix it. You go to sleep, you come home from work, you take a nap, you go back to sleep, you wake up, you can't, it's endless. You just can't find that exhaustion. You can't find relief for that exhaustion. Sleep won't do it. Alcohol won't do it. Nothing will do it. You're just completely exhausted. Weekends don't reset it. You sleep all weekend. You try to do something fun. You can't do it. I'm so exhausted. You have no energy. You have no motivation to do anything. You're just sitting around on the couch looking at TV, not watching it, just looking at it because you're so numb already that you just don't notice what's going on. You wake up, wake up and go, oh, another day. I got to go through this all. It could even be Saturday, but you're carrying this weight with you, and it's just exhausting. So number 5, you escape the quiet numbing. You look at your phone, you look at alcohol, you drink alcohol, you look at porn, you look at distractions, you play games on your phone, you do anything. You just, this is the first part of numbing is you don't do anything. This part of numbing is distraction so that you don't feel anything. And it's so easy to get you just got to check this text when in reality you're playing some video game on some social media, or you come back and you're drinking and you're watching porn and you get distractions. All of this is just escape, right? It looks like rest, but it isn't, because you're not resting. You are actively engaged in distracting yourself, which adds more to that burnout than you think. You're avoiding something. Whether you realize it or not, you're avoiding sitting still, you're avoiding hearing the voices in your head, not those voices, the ones, the intuition that telling you there's something wrong, to do something about it, because you're a man, right? You're not going to admit you're burned out. You're not going to admit you need help. You'll just sit there and fizzle up and end up a puddle in the corner before you ask for help, but you are avoiding something. The real problem, this is not stress what we're doing. Stress comes and goes. The symptoms I just described, it's misalignment. It's direction, not effort. You're pushing in the wrong place. So it's misalignment between your values, what you find important, your purpose in life. When those things are aligned, your values, your meta values, your identity, your purpose, when all that's aligned, things flow, right? It's like a straight line. Water can go through that easily, but if it's crinked like a hose, there's a backup, and that backup is causing stress, and that stress is, you are feeling that, and so it's not direction, right? There's not effort. It's, you don't know where you're going, And every place is leading you there. And you're pushing in the wrong place. You're pushing away from what you really need to be looking at. And a lot of burnout is caused deeply inside is that there's a lack of alignment with your values and your purpose. And when we can align your meta values, those are your larger ones, the regular values and your purpose, when you can align all of those and then connect them together, that's when this burnout starts to resolve itself, because then you'll be able to determine what is important to you, and you'll put your attention on the things that support you as the things that drain you. You know, when you finally stop calling it stress, when you stop mislabeling what's happening, something changes. When you admit to this is not stress, this is something deeper. You know, the first part is to admit something's wrong. And when you admit it, then it can be changed, right? Not externally at first, but internally, right? It's not, oh, there's something wrong outside there's something wrong with the weather, there's something wrong with this person, there's something wrong. No, there's something misaligned within myself that is causing these symptoms, that is causing this pressure within myself. You know, you stop trying to outwork the problem and start looking at it directly. Often when the first signs of burnout, we just go, oh, I just need to work more, just need to work more. Then you do, 8 hours, 9 hours, 10 hours, 11 hours, 12 hours, and nothing changes. It actually gets worse. So you can't outwork this problem. You have to get aligned with it using a coach, using myself, somebody, right? Align your values with your purpose, and then things will start to change. That's where the clarity begins. A man who sees clearly doesn't need more motivation. Again, motivation is external. So in the past, you may needed your boss to dangle a bonus in front of you. Maybe your significant other needed to dangle a vacation in front of you. Maybe something there. But when you see clearly who you are, your identity, your values, your purpose, you don't need motivation. You then have inspiration, which comes internally. Inspiration lasts for a long time. Motivation comes and goes. So it needs alignment, right? So to know what you're building actually fits who you are and what you want in your life to become. This is what happens when you know who you are, when you know what you're building, when you know your purpose, when you know your why, things get aligned, and then this labeling stress or burnout stops, and you're able to grasp it and build something great. The decision point now is face it or keep carrying it, right? I've gone through this pretty quickly, but I've emphasized some of the symptoms here. So now you can either face it going, yes, I'm facing burnout, I'm facing misalignment, I'm facing something. This is not just stress. Or you keep carrying it. And you carry it today, tomorrow, the next time. And that weight is going to get heavier and heavier and heavier. The choice is yours. You can do with it what you please, right? This doesn't fix itself. There needs to be an intervention, whether it's through a coach in the early stages to help you, or it'll be through a therapist or a counselor when things completely fall apart. Either way, you're going to need some help with this. And it's okay, because us men, we hate to ask for help, but you know what? After we ask for it and get it, life improves tremendously. And then we go, what did I wait so long for? Either it gets faced or it gets worse. This is it. I mean, this is things that are just common sense, that you're experiencing something, either you face it or it gets worse. Ignoring it doesn't make it go away. And so this is why I developed the Resilient Man framework. It's a free PDF that you can download that goes through some of the steps for self-healing and self-correction. Once you get those and look at it, you can reach out for me to get a discovery call. We can dive deeper into it, or reach out to another coach. But I encourage you to download that Resilient Man framework. You can find this if you're watching this on YouTube. A link will be below that. If you're listening to this on a podcast, go back to my website where the podcast is hosted and you'll see the link there. But it identifies misalignment. It stabilizes what's breaking. It rebuilds strength that lasts. So if you want to see the show notes on this podcast and be able to download that Resilient Man framework, visit warriormindcoach.com. While you're over there, you can find more useful information in the form of a podcast and a blog post. And if you want to just jump right into it, go ahead and request your power strategy call. You'll find that there as well. Since you'll be on the internet, please follow me on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest, all